when you think about the dynamic of what the Valkyries had to do tonight, what impressed you most?
I think their ability to grin and bear it.
Meanwhile, for Orlando, Shampoo Goodpart, Courtney Schwann, Brittany Abercrombie, Kaz Brown, Natalie Foster, Adora Anai, and Georgia Murphy, the libero. We are underway from Central Florida. That's a great first ball from Courtney Schwann, an immediate side out. Orlando will feed Brittany Abercrombie off the right time and time again. And for folks who Park, she said she's a unicorn. She didn't come up in the USA system, but she is going to make a name for herself.
And she got confidence from playing in that USA gym this past season, and that confidence has taken her game to the next level.
Already was a tremendous player with respect to her career at Florida State, all ACC year in, year out, All-American honors the last two as we take a look at the last point from Natalie Foster, who was an All-ACC player.
In the league, and hitting efficiency, and Corey Lewis is first, so we have a battle of the efficient middles.
And that is an ace serve for Orlando. Natalie Foster, who leads the league in aces, and Leah Edmond is second. We're going to hear that a lot of first and creeping up on Bethania Dela Cruz's 32 aces a season ago, and with that one there, she is at 30. Dela Cruz led the Pro Volleyball Federation after an entire season at that mark tonight, Matt.
And it's a hybrid serve, too. It's very difficult to pass. It's moving, it's floating, it's coming with speed, and there was 3 in a row. Make it 31 for the rookie.
Would not be surprised if we get a quick timeout from Atlanta. And in fact, Kayla Banwarth has elected to do so.
Leads the league in digs by a landslide. I don't think Morgan Hens is going to let that tip go down.
How about the setter, too? Marley Monserrat, who played her college volleyball at the University of Florida with the rejection of Courtney Schwann. Backside, Abercrombie went cross and put it down in a hurry.
The setter-hitter relationship between Shampoo and Abercrombie is on. It's firing on all cylinders. She hangs that set a little, able to use and abuse the block, swing around and swing over it, whatever she pleases.
Two players who have cut their teeth in international volleyball. There's a big block for Orlando. Kaz Brown asserting herself. And we're just calling out Pia Timmer, who's dealt with some injury issues this year, missed a few matches, was on IR, is back and has been back in a big way, has been a nice offensive boost here of late, and that is a smart shot by the Vows.
Holy power tip by Kaz Brown. Thank you, Bold Six. That's the amount of shots that she has. She's really rangy, and she pulls out those shots at the right time, right there showing us her craftiness.
5-time All-Pac-12 at Washington State. Pia Timmer, number 7. And I snuck it inside the block. 3 ball coming to the Vouts. Off 1 foot, there's Kaz Brown.
And it is hard to put the ball away against Morgan Hens, but Kaz Brown has such manipulation over where this ball goes, weaving it straight down.
All-Pac titles, tops in Washington State history in aces with 152, Timmer. And that is a big swing off the right side for Brittany Abercrombie, getting Timmer off the service line.
Brittany Abercrombie is going to hit every single area of the court. I can say that confidently because historically,
What's she most about Morgan Hens?
Oh my gosh, it's everything. It's the intangibles, it's the drive, it's the work ethic, and then it's also, yes, she makes the flashy digs and she does all of the crazy, amazing plays, but she also takes care of all the little things. She's got a nice, clean second contact. Her serve receive is solid. So everything about her is just a...
What a swing by Kaz Brown. She's off to some kind of start. 4 kills for Kaz.
Just as strong.
Refined by Marley Monserrat, running the bick. And Kaz Brown. Boy, I like this, Madison. It's not often.
Dove her arms into that seam.
Lead back down to 3. Timmer has done a nice job in the back row. She has dug Abercrombie quite a bit. Edmond off speed. Out of system and I. Again, Edmond off speed. And Abercrombie picks it up. And Natalie Foster puts it down.
This is some fantastic volleyball. Are you not entertained? Going back and forth this much with the defenses this good. I love the decision there. To set now.
4 Elite Eights, 3 Final Fours, a national runner-up run with U of L under Danny Busboom Kelly, who is going to take the helm for Merritt Beeson's alma mater, Nebraska. Great work there defensively by Shampoo Goodpart. Out of system to an eye dug up by Jones. Here is Beeson off speed over the top. What a swing by Brittany Abercrombie. The connection wasn't perfect, but that footwork was impressive.
And watch, Shampoo got a little tangled up there, but she still turned, faced Brittany Abercrombie, which usually when you're setting the right side.
Maintain that level of volleyball as long as she has. Orlando's 2 points away from the first set. Schwann on the run, puts that ball away. Nice out-of-system ball. Set every single time. Off speed by Edmond. Yosia sets the out-of-system, and Abercrombie will get the final say in set number 1.
I like the fact that the Valkyries are targeting Leah Edmond. They're not able to really set up that well for offensive power. Brittany Abercrombie just finishing the play in the way that she does. She's phenomenal.
She's phenomenal. Orlando has been phenomenal.
But it's through that explosive approach that she's able to have so much success.
No need for lines judges in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Bolt 6 will take care of all of that, determining in versus out. Foster off the block. An eye. No doubt about that one.
Adora Anai's got that 4-to-4 swing on block. That's one of her favorites area to attack from. That set hanging a little inside. The block set up a little bit too much. When you're playing a team that is that efficient, it's really difficult to get the win. The vibe needs to start fast here.
Monserrat pulled beyond that 3-meter line to run the offense. Every so often you can understand it, but that will make for a long night if that becomes a trend. Brittany Abercrombie, that has been a trend this year.
Didn't have their palms turned into the court, allowing for that tool to take place.
Beeson coming into tonight averaging just shy of 3 kills per set in her rookie season in the Pro Volleyball Federation. Off speed, Brittany Abercrombie. Showing you the full repertoire, Madison.
Exactly. At this point, we read each other's minds. I was just about to say that. Showing us all of her range. She's going to drive a couple deep to that 6-5 area, drop a couple short, tool the block, swinging high every time.
With her latest kill, Orlando steps back out to a 2-point lead. Once again, Monserrat pulled back to that 3-meter line. The defense there by Anai, who got jammed up, and Courtney Schwann gets it off the top of the block and down.
Shampoo set that ball from so far off the net. First of all, good dig. Adora Anai lined up perfectly. The block was not closed. Adora Anai got into that seam, dug it up. Shampoo with a beautiful set. She really had to get her body behind it. I think it's worth mentioning the Atlanta vibe kind of goes back and forth between Marley Monserrat and Mia Tuaninga. And right now the connection between Corey Lewis and Monserrat doesn't feel as solid. Maybe because the setter position has been mixed up a little bit.
Wanted up there by Yosia. On the run, there she is again. Good cover by Anai. There's Lewis out of the middle. Shampoo tracks it down. Abercrombie got it over. Timmer dug by Anai. Abercrombie deserved every bit of that.
And Amy Pauley, the head coach for the Valkyries, literally fell to her knees to celebrate after that play. Incredible. It helps that Abercrombie has such long arms. But that's that never say die kind of mentality from the Valkyries.
A 5-point lead.
Marley Monserrat almost saved that ball. She went up, tried to set it, just the connection wasn't there.
Monserrat with one hand sets Lewis. Foster, dug by Hentz. Second effort, dug by Monserrat, but dug out of play. Another kill for Natalie Foster and another point for the Valks. Here, watching number 13 in blue for Orlando continue to shred here tonight. Foster. Produces another free ball. Schwann beat the double block, cut that ball inside and put it down.
Here's what I'm noticing for the Vibe. They're scrambling a lot on defense. They are giving the Valkyries a whole lot of free balls. So the Valkyries are having time to reset. And it seems like they're Edmund just wrapping that left hand around the ball.
Look at the height on that toss by Tuaninga. Foster, right out of the middle. The middle attack has been immaculate tonight for Orlando Madison.
It's a fine line for sure. You want to get it in between that 3-meter line and the net. As tight to the net as possible, but without going over.
Schwann, nice swing.
Schwann had a whole lot of room to attack that ball. The block, watch the block. Corey Lewis staying, holding with the middle, holding with Kaz Brown, not getting there to close. Courtney Schwann driving historically winners. This team does not quit. I would never expect them to lay down and roll over.
Regular season champions a season ago. It's a roster that's got a little bit of a different flavor, but those veterans that inspired that to a good start in 2023, but had a season-ending injury and never really got to play it all out. Great to see Dixon in the league, and if you're a fan of Orlando, great to see swings like that. My goodness, Brittany Abercrombie just murdered a volleyball.
The options that Shampoo has are incredible too. She's got two attackers in the front row, Brittany Abercrombie in the back row, attacking that ball so high.
There's her defense once again, sliding underneath it with a one-handed stab. Quick twitch by Atlanta, they get it over. An eye. Dug by Edmund. Here is Edmund off the bick. And off the D ball, there's Abercrombie rising and firing. Four to four by an eye. And Natalie Foster just dropped the hammer.
I feel like it's Natalie.
He gives way to the action. 7-point lead still for Orlando. Make it 8. Natalie Foster beat the block.
Because it is so worth it when she gets it in.
Abercrombie.
Brittany Abercrombie drops her elbow and tips it to the right spot.
I mentioned earlier in the show when she dropped in a couple of aces in a row that she was tops at Washington State in aces. She's also top 5 in kills. Brittany Abercrombie continues to pace not just Orlando, but the Pro Volleyball Federation, and she can score from literally anywhere.
And with the triple block in front of her as well.
There's Edmund going back to work offensively, dug by Yosia. Timmer, good work in the back row for number 7. And Wida off speed, hence will set the out of system for Beeson. Backside, Abercrombie. A built-in 1-2 connection. Shampoo Goodpard, Brittany Abercrombie, rinse, lather, repeat.
And Yosia is doing a great job, the libero on the Valkyrie side, keeping them in system. She's all over the court, really.
Kenna Vicini back to serve. Vander Wida snuck it inside the block and down. And with that, Orlando will speed to the locker room up 2 sets to none.
Like they did in the first 2 sets.
Very similar tale to what we saw when these two teams met for the first time this season in Atlanta. All Orlando.
Now she's running with it. She's doing a great job. She moves really quick side to side. She's been solid defensively for them.
Oh, great stretch by Hentz. Monserrat was in the right place to dig that one out, but couldn't quite do it. Great effort, though, on both sides.
I love the energy.
To serve, in this case it was Monserrat. She goes back and she gets us back underway. Smart shot by Kaz Brown off 1 foot, right into the campfire for number 11.
That was a much needed response by the Valkyries. Good pass. I like Shampoo's setting decision there. Kaz Brown
First player to commit to the Pro Volleyball Federation over a year ago. Leah Edmund has been in many ways the face of the operation And one of the bright young faces, Natalie Foster, continues to make a name for herself against Atlanta tonight.
What I like about Natalie Foster is that she's can do a little tempo back set slide. And you're right, it's the confidence. When she heats up and she has that confidence, she's very hard to stop.
And one of her teammates in Tallahassee a season ago, Taylor Head, checks in for the first time in this match, and she serves. Kaz Brown puts that ball down at the net, and I think the story is similar here, Madison. We were talking about Atlanta. Feels like you might run out of time with regards to this particular set if you're Orlando.
It's flipped onto its head, and then the other team dominates. It's really funny and entertaining because of that fact.
That is exactly what has happened here in set number 3. Nice swing there by Courtney Schwann, finding the open corner.
Courtney Schwann causes the Valkyries to be at their best when she is producing at a high level, when she's getting kills at a high level.
Madison, that is her third ace of the match. Vanderweide with a nice swing there. That'll be her second kill. Atlanta still has a couple handfuls of set points.
Vicini got a little tied up there in the middle, running with Natalie Foster on that gap. She's not used to getting down and digging those balls. It's a smart move.
Schwann. Timmer dug by Murphy. Back set, Abercrombie. That is a smart decision by Brittany Abercrombie. Rolled it to the back corner.
Brittany Abercrombie makes it look so easy, but really that's such a finesse shot. You have to so your setter can get to it, but she looked a little rushed.
Those who hit 620 in Atlanta's last match against Columbus is starting to heat up. And that is an important swing for Orlando. Crowd's trying to inspire the Valks, getting as loud as they have been at any point tonight. As Lindsay Vanderweide gets a shove from Nora Sis. Amy
Ball
Pauley
does not drop on her watch.
Three-time national champion at Stanford, three-time All-American as well. Here comes Natalie Foster. If you're gonna triple block her, then you better keep balls off the net on your serve-receive patterns because she knows exactly what to do with those overpasses.
And watch her man the net. That is her job. Take care of the chaos on the Valkyrie side. They're scrambling and you're able to have control.
Shampoo off a dime of a ball by Georgia Murphy, calls her own number.
And talk about it looking casual, mixing it in. Beautiful, just a little hop, keeping that ball in front of her with her left hand, tipping it to... I wish that I would have said that. That's okay, next time.
It would have certainly been appropriate. Abercrombie.
So very solid, smart decision making.
Sis, off serve receive. Everything about that was picture perfect for Nora Sis.
Nora 6 is 6'1".
But kind of match, and they are playing like it down the stretch. Vanderweide. Speaking of having to have it, Orlando needed that point, and Vanderweide comes away with the big swing.
Shampoo is kind of drifting over to her left shoulder, but she cut it off quickly to tool the block.
And when Lindsay Vanderweide can get going, she can score in bunches. Scored 30, in fact, against Orlando a season ago when she played for the Mojo. There's Brittany Abercrombie.
What a set from Yosia, keeping her body weight behind that ball, pushing it all the way to the pin. That was a setter kind of set.
Nana Yosia, one of the rookies on this Orlando team out of Michigan State, led the Big Ten in digs this past season. Schwann looks for the cross, dug by Hentz. Edmond caught a piece of the block. How about that effort by Yosia? Beeson dug out by Vanderweide. Great rally. And Brittany Abercrombie puts an end to it.
Defense wins games. Yosia is constantly on the move. She's making the read. She's keeping the ball alive, laying out. Same with Vanderweide. Really solid defense in that middle back position. And then if you want the ball to be put away in your out, over to Brittany Abercrombie's left hand.
Great response by the Valkyries. There's an ace serve for Vanderweide. And you have to imagine there should be a timeout coming for Atlanta.
called it. Atlanta called a timeout. Smart move. So funny the way that this set has started. We went on a
break of the momentum proves important for Atlanta as Vicini goes back to serve. Courtney Schwann off the block and down.
Courtney Schwann is consistent. She is clutch. Great set by Champu to get her body around it, square her hips to the antenna, and the opportunity to get that point.
16 digs for Morgan Hens. Abercrombie snuck it right inside the block. It wasn't sealed perfectly, and there was just enough daylight. Lead by 1 at the midway point of a 5th and final set. Taylor Head now checking in for Atlanta in this set, and this time Orlando figures out the block. The hand sequencing hadn't been quite right. They were getting tooled a lot this time, no doubt.
And one of the keys to blocking when you're playing a team that has such a fast arm swing, when you're playing a player like Corey Lewis, you have to get your hands above the net quickly. You've got to get them up and press fast. Kaz Brown's doing that well.
Oh, good pick up there by Abercrombie. Vanderweide off the top of the block. Timmer. Good twitch once again by Abercrombie. Nice over the head dig there by Taylor Head. Timmer swats it out. Monterey bats it over. Vanderweide dug once again by Brittany Abercrombie, showing out on defense 3 times, and that was touched. Beeson put that ball down in a hurry. We're knotted up at 9. Vanderweide. Head ranges back. Timmer off speed. The bounce for ready. Timmer off the block, played up by Schwann. Out of the middle, that's Brown, dug by Beeson. Off the D-ball, Abercrombie!
Brittany Abercrombie is almost unstoppable. She hits that D-ball with as much confidence as she does in the front row, driving her momentum, driving her body forward.
And relieve Natalie Foster. Timmer, dug by Brown. Look at the effort plays that Orlando is making on defense in the 5th. Timmer picked up by Abercrombie. Vanderweide on the attack. Beeson off the D-ball. Abercrombie launches from the back. Abby Hansen, the UCF alumna in her home gym, puts the bounce up by 2.
This is an all-out battle. This is a war. The defense on both sides of the net has been incredible. And Abby Hansen with that heads-up play, taking advantage of that ball, going right to her shoulder. She's very efficient. And then they're moving that set along that back row line to kind of switch up the block.
1-point 5th. Vanderweide with one hand, Monserrat digs it out. That is tight. Abercrombie, a teardrop.
And that was almost like a communication error on the Vibe side. There was a couple girls around the ball. Merritt Beeson there, but just not laying out. I think the block thinking that Beeson was going to get it.
Have to lose.
And it sounds so cliche, but both of these teams should be so proud of the way that they fought.
Vanderweide, the defense came in from that back corner, smart to put it where there was a wide opening.
Lindsay Vanderweide has stepped up big with 14 kills. They're spreading out the ball well, but you're right. Merritt Beeson has put her full display of offensive weapons on display.
Aiko Jones back in as a serve sub here for Atlanta. Abby Hansen dug by Timmer. Abercrombie dug by Timmer. And we got a meet and greet with Leah Edmond. No way we're going to get in the way of her trying to make a play like that. But alas, it is match point for the Vouks.
That is how hard Leah Edmond goes. Almost crawling up onto the table. I so respect.
And Orlando is a side out away. Match point number 2. Schwann. And Orlando find the fight and find a way. The vibes are high in Central Florida tonight.
And with that win, the Orlando Valkyries win streak moves to 8, therefore setting a PVF record. This is a historic night for the Orlando Valkyries.
A historic night in Madison, dare I say.